Hi everyone, Chris Natzke here with Black Belt Leadership Speaking and Coaching with your Mind of a Champion Tip of the Week live on Facebook. So today I want to talk to you about the concept of discipline leading to freedom. Let me say that again. Discipline leads to freedom. Now I know when you hear those two words, in your mind, it's really easy to think that they're two diametrically opposed concepts, right? You know, discipline, you can think about something that's very rigid and austere, and freedom is basically, being able to be free to do whatever you want. But the fact of the matter is what I've come to understand is that these two concepts, these two principles, these two ways of living our lives really work in concert in order for us to be at our very best and our very happiest. In fact, I'm going to quote super coach Steve Chandler on this. He says, the more disciplined I become, the freer I am to lead the life that I want to live. The more that I conduct myself in a disciplined and organized way, much more free time I have. So think about that. Think about that. Where are there opportunities in your life where you've maybe thought that discipline and been adverse to it, but really it's the key to actually being free? You know, the one thing I think that we really need to understand is this idea of freedom really originates within ourselves. You know, if you're familiar with Viktor Frankl, who was in the Nazi concentration camp, and he's got a beautiful book, Man's Search for Meaning, he talks about the one thing that no one can ever take away from us is the attitude that lives in front of us. That's where the freedom lies. But then how does that look for us in a practical standpoint in our lives? Well, think about this for a moment. People who are disciplined generally about money generally tend to have more money when the opportunities arise. People who are disciplined about their nutrition and their exercise generally have healthy bodies that give them more freedom, particularly in their later years, to enjoy their lives. And those that are more disciplined in their time generally tend to have a good work-life balance that gives them the freedom to enjoy their lives the way they want them to. Conversely, we've all heard the story about the person who was undisciplined about money, and then they won the lottery, and then within months they were bankrupt, right? It had nothing to do with what was going on the outside. It had everything to do about that piece of discipline on the inside. Now, I'm not saying it's always easy. I mean, I definitely have my struggles in discipline too. Sometimes it has to do with the negative thoughts that I allow to come into my mind. And sometimes it's, do I want to get that extra, that second tub of popcorn at the movie theater? But we all understand that discipline is something that when we have it, can really, really expand the way we experience life and really expand the freedom with which we experience it. So think about it. What in your life, what are some small things that you could become more disciplined in? And it doesn't necessarily have to be hard. It can be fun. In fact, when you talk to personal trainers, one of the things that they'll tell their clients, at least the good ones will, is to pick an exercise that's fun, that you enjoy doing. Because if you enjoy doing it, you're going to be more apt to do it on a consistent basis. And one of the things that I do as well is when I have something I want to be disciplined about, really staying dedicated to in a disciplined way so I can have my freedom, is even though I may not want to do it in the moment, I begin to think about how good I'm going to feel when I get done with it in the future and the impact it's going to have. So think about it. That's your assignment this week, my friends, and I'm going to be looking at this myself. What are some of the disciplines that you can bring into your life, even if it's a small way, that can bring more freedom? Because we all know that it doesn't need to be necessarily massive action, but small things done consistently over time can lead to massive results. And small disciplines done over time can lead to massive freedom in your life going forward. So there's my message for you this week, my friends. Good luck on having some discipline, even if it's in a small area of your life. And I'd love to hear your comments about this, about how you may be doing it in your life already. And if you've enjoyed this video, please comment, like, and share. And we'll see you next time on the Mind of a Champion Tip of the Week.